All right, Anthony Joshua, the ball is in your court. We're going to talk about what he needs to do to keep pace with Deontay Wilder in the American boxing market right after this. All right, what a difference 2 years make. Back in 2017, I did a video that I was excited about doing. I couldn't stop smiling the whole time I did the video. And it was about Anthony Joshua's spectacular win over Vladimir Klitschko. The spotlight was on him in Wembley Stadium in the middle of the afternoon in the United States. The fight was being advertised by both Showtime and HBO. He was being marketed as the next superstar heavyweight. And it seemed like everything came to fruition leading up to that fight and after that fight. I watched the fight. I was enthralled the whole time. It was an incredible performance on Anthony Joshua's part. He was down early, in my opinion, to Vladimir Klitschko. Vladimir Klitschko was hitting him with straight right hands to start off every round. And then Anthony Joshua just turned the tables on him by getting aggressive, knocks him down, knocks Klitschko down. Klitschko responds, knocks Joshua down. Joshua recovers, responds, knocks Klitschko out. And all of a sudden you got a ticker tape parade or ticker tape coming out of the ceiling or wherever they're releasing him for, congratulating Anthony Joshua in his coronation as the king of the heavyweight boxing. Spectacular evening. I did a video about it. I was excited. Then reality hit. Eddie Hearn started talking. Deontay Wilder was in the picture. I listened to a conversation that they had with IFL TV 1 week after that fight took place, and it became apparent to me from then on that Deontay Wilder was in the plans for Matchroom, but to fight Dillian White. And from that point on, it was almost 2 years of declining expectations and clear, at least on my part, that Anthony Joshua didn't want to make the Deontay Wilder fight. And we have not been back to that plateau for Anthony Joshua since that point in time, at least from my perspective as a former fan of Anthony Joshua. Now, almost 2 years later, little less than 2 years later, because I believe that Anthony Joshua versus Klitschko was in May of 2017. This fight with Deontay Wilder and Dominic Breazeale, May of 2019. Deontay Wilder goes in after a lot of criticism the week leading into the fight about him saying that he might kill Dominic Breazeale. And after a spectacular fight with Tyson Fury and another spectacular fight before that with Luis Ortiz and high expectations on this fight, Deontay Wilder steps in, first round, devastating knockout. After it's over, you see that he picks up 400,000 followers on Instagram. His videos, the video knockout is getting tweeted out to 7 million people. He was already a growing phenomenon, but on that stage, similar to what AJ did in the UK, Deontay Wilder does in the United States. And we have now, in the minds of many people in the United States, the king of boxing, Deontay Wilder. Anthony Joshua has to follow that performance up in just about 2 weeks, June 1st. First fight in Madison Square Garden in the United States against Andy Ruiz on DAZN. All the eyes that DAZN can muster to get on him are going to be on him. He's going to have to do something in order to continue to keep the eye on the new market, that the eyes of the fight fans and the market that he's trying to capture, and that is the United States. Anything short of a devastating performance is, in the mind of this boxing fan, and I am a boxing fan. In the mind of this boxing fan, if he does anything else but have a spectacular, dominant knockout of Andy Ruiz under 4 rounds, preferably in 1 or 2, if Andy Ruiz is able to take any clean shots from Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder will be solidified as the star heavyweight in the United States. He is, because right now, the way that Anthony Joshua is being sold is that he has got a charismatic personality, that he is a physically attractive guy, that he is clean cut, and he will be an attractive sponsor for ads for companies that are on Madden's, major corporations that are looking to attach their brands to a fighter. That Anthony Joshua is the Olympic gold medalist and the heavyweight champion. Is, he's going to be the Tiger Woods of boxing endorsements. That's how he's being pushed. But he can't do that if people don't think that he's the best guy out there. And that's what we're going to see. Personally, I don't see it happening. I've said this in a video related to Deontay Wilder, that Deontay Wilder, the way that he took that fight, that is the brutal nature of boxing exemplified. No better. Boxing is a guttural, emotional, violent sport. And when you have somebody that is at the heavyweight division that is able to put that type of highlight reel together, it is going to be hard to overcome popularity wise, especially if you're not from the United States, if you're from the UK. But that genteel gentleman attitude, that really doesn't sell like it sells. That's what Andre Ward was. And Andre Ward, as great a fighter as he was, it didn't pan out for him in that regard. As a fighter, though, and who I think is going to win between Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, I'm telling you right now, same thing applies as to that popularity contest argument I just had, statement I just made. If Anthony Joshua has any problem with Andy Ruiz whatsoever, I mean, I can't see Anthony Joshua beating Deontay Wilder. This guy, Andy Ruiz, would be tailor-made for Deontay Wilder. Tailor-made for him. He's the type of guy that's going to be there to hit. However, he's very rough, very rugged. He's able to take a shot. If Anthony Joshua can't get this guy out of here and he doesn't do it in spectacular fashion, then he's going to have a spectacular show just to keep pace with what Deontay Wilder's doing. So that's my take on this, as far as what Anthony Joshua needs to do in order to reach his goal, to reach the goal that Eddie Hearn said that he has for Anthony Joshua, which is to become the heavyweight champion, to become the face of boxing. Man, it's funny how, the best made plans of man can just fall apart. Orchestrating his career like this has not done Anthony Joshua any favors. He's definitely not in the United States, really viewed as somebody who's got this warrior mentality. He's got the reputation of somebody that's ducking. And when you see something like what Deontay Wilder has done in that fight with Dominic Breazeale, it further solidifies the idea that the guy is ducking, because now people can see what it is. When you see somebody, and I said this on the live stream earlier today, and I'm going to keep saying it, when you can repeatedly see somebody making a boxer take the Nestea plunge, just falling back onto the floor, flat on their back, it makes people wonder if the reason that you don't want to fight him is because you're afraid of the same thing happening to you. Now, people can say boxers never get scared. Boxers are not scared to fight another boxer. If somebody isn't scared to fight Deontay Wilder after seeing that, then okay, I'm 100 miles behind you. Boxers aren't afraid of anything. But what I saw with the Tyson Fury fight before that, what I saw with Luis Ortiz before that, and Bermane Severn before that, and Szpilka and Dupalkis before that, and Molina before that, that's something that might make you a little bit afraid for your safety. Because like Deontay said, he's like, man, I got the power to end somebody. And it's very clear that he does. I just hope that it never happens, but I can't see can't see Anthony Joshua getting out of that fight. I can't. And that's why I'm having a hard time believing that Anthony Joshua is actually going to try to make that fight, or Eddie Hearn is going to want to make that fight. But the gig is up. There's no more talking. There's no more saying that Deontay Wilder is a figment of our imagination, that nobody in the United States knows them, that he needs to build, that he needs to create, a profile for himself. None of that stuff is going to fly, because everybody right now in the United States sports scene, definitely anybody that's interested in boxing at all, knows who Deontay Wilder is and know what he's capable of. The question is, will Anthony Joshua in his next fight be able to do something so exciting that would make anybody believe that he's somebody to be feared by Deontay Wilder? But, that's my take on it. We'll see what happens with it. Man, it's a good time in heavyweight division as far as the boxing conversations goes. Hopefully these fights can get made, and we'll see. And with that, I'm out. Peace.